Hey all, hello and welcome, Tony Bing here. So we have another Cosmic Trial video, and this time it will actually be Squirrel Girl will run through the trial. Now, as always, I won't be using a legendary, and also I won't be using super heroic gear, so that reason if you're a new player and you follow this build, it will hopefully be able to help you to get through the Cosmic Trial and get farming that great cosmic gear as well. So what we'll do anyway is we'll have a quick look at the skills and talents I'll use. Then we'll run through and smash the Cosmic Trial, and once we've done that I'll show off the gear that I've used as well. The first skill we look at here then is the main spender for Dory, and this is Dire Squirrel, so it's just really your main ranged attack. It will regenerate spirit, which actually helps as well. We then have a bleed layer, and this one is Squirrel Apocalypse, and it will also make the enemy vulnerable. It's good to spam this if you have the spirit because it's got a large area that it will hit the enemies, and it seems to do a nice amount of damage as well in the initial damage packet. We then have Sick'em, so this one directs all your squirrels to attack a specific target. This can be good to take down a particular enemy that may be a larger threat than the other ones, and on top of this, enemies actually are more vulnerable to squirrel powers as well. We then have Econ Artillery. This gains a buff with the number of squirrels we have out, and we're going for a summon build, so we want to use this, and it will also stun the enemy. Then we have Squirrel Saboteurs here, so you'll throw out lots of nuts and lots of squirrels come jumping in. Now the actual damage on them can be a little bit inconsistent because the pathing of them is random, but if they can all hit, if the enemies are grouped together, they'll do a nice amount of damage here, and I prefer to use it over Squirrel Presence, because when you use Squirrel Presence all your squirrels will run away and you need to build them back up again, so you're losing time that they could be attacking the enemy. And let's see, we now have Baffling Dialogue. This one's great, very important for Cosmic Trial skills such as this. Confuse the enemies, but on top of that, through talents we've got it that it actually buffs our squirrels as well, with a 50% damage bonus for 5 seconds. And then finishing up we have this signature, so it works as a dot, slows the enemy, and it's got a 6.5 second duration. So let's now have a look at the talents we would use. First talent we're using here is Sneaky Squirrel Specialist. This buffs Squirrel Saboteurs. It gives you an additional 6 charges, and it pulls the cooldown on them down by 0.5 seconds as well. We then have Light the Beacon, so this buffs Sick'em, so Sick'em now summons all your squirrel friends. They gain increased go for the throat damage, the cooldown goes up by 4 seconds as a result of that. And then we have Swallow the Scurry, so you can have an additional 5 squirrel friends out at a time, but more importantly this buffs Baffling Dialogue so that it gives you that summoned damage boost as well. And then we have Pick 'em Apart. Now we don't make use of auto fire icons because we simply don't have enough spirit to actually use it, but this buffs Sick'em, and out of the rest of the talents this is the best one to go for. Finishing up we have Heavy Shelling, so Econ Artillery drops 2 additional econs with half damage at the target location, so this can be pretty nice. But what we'll do now, we'll run through the Cosmic Trial. Once we defeat it I will, as always, show off the gear we've used to beat it as well.
Hydra reigns supreme.
Oh gosh, I can't do that.
None can stand in our way. Kneel before Hydra. Hydra! Behold the power of Hydra.
Time to climb a tree.
None can stand in our way. Kneel before Hydra. I am all-powerful.
Whee! Good guys rule! Squirrel power!
So many ways to hurt you.
I can't focus. I need a target.
The Mandarin is invincible.
Sick 'em, Tippy Toe.
This cannot be.
Pongo, Roscoe, put his rings back, please. Conked your noggin! Keep an eye out for broken bits! Nuts to you.
And there we go, that's him down. Now it did actually take me quite a few attempts this, and it really is quite tough on her, so personally I would recommend having her a bit better geared than trying it without the legendary and super heroic gear. Of course, as you can see, it is possible, but it's going to be tough, so just do be aware of that. Now, recording this video was slightly messed up and didn't show off the gear, so I'm going to have to show it in a different section, but rest assured this was the gear that I did use. So here we go, there's the gear. As you can see, no legendary, just super heroic. We've got a few relics there, and we've got a couple of low level artifacts that are geared towards the summon side of things, which helped us out a bit. So I hope this particular video was useful. As mentioned, this is still pretty tough, so just do be aware of that if you're going to attempt it, but I hope it was useful anyway, and I'll see you all again soon.